Senator Cantwell.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to you and Ranking Member Barrasso for this important hearing. FERC plays a critical role in ensuring all Americans pay just and reasonable rates for their their energy supplies, and this role becomes even more important, in my opinion, during a time of transmission. No more than today, as hundreds of billions of dollars are being invested to diversify and decarbonize the energy mix, digitize the grid, and accommodate more intermittent supply and energy options. And with climate change driving more frequent and severe weather events like hurricanes, wildfires, ice storms, flooding, it's abundantly clear that we need to move to an improved, reliable, and resilient electric grid. Many of my colleagues here represented 1.5 million customers who lost power last December to the winter storm Elliott, and in fact, over 80% of the major outages over the past two decades were attributed to weather events. Notably, of the extreme weather-caused outages shot up roughly 78% over the last decade. So my point in making that is that I want a full and functioning FERC. I want you to pay attention to this as we go into the diversification that I think we need to do because our grid is at peril. We have lots of policy ideas and certainly support the chairman's efforts in the past on middle mile and fiber, and think that his state has led on some of those issues. But I wanted to see, in the wake of the Enron crisis, we had to make sure that actually then Chairman Wellinghoff from Nevada did a really great job in implementing the authority we gave to FERC to really be a policeman on the beat. Since that date, there have been over 130 settlement agreements and assessments, over $800 million in civil penalties and disgorgement of another $500 million in illegal profits. So I just want to make sure that I joined my colleague again from Nevada on making sure that we have tough enforcement here on traders who continually manipulate the market. This is crazy that they go from one company to the next and just set up the same schemes. So I'd like to hear from commissioners whether you believe that energy markets have to be free of manipulation. This confusion, well, can you have just and reasonable rates and manipulation? I'll be clear. The answer, in my opinion, is no. You can't have manipulation if you're going to have just and reasonable rates. And should those gains, misgotten gains, be promptly returned to the injured parties and to consumers? So if I could hear views on that quickly. And yes, and whatever your answers are. Quickly. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, they should be returned to the consumer, and I think also FERC would benefit from the authority. I think I read where you had a bill to give FERC the authority to de-license or revoke the ability of traders who manipulate the market to continue doing that. I don't think we have that authority now, and I think it'd be a good authority to have.
Thank you. That is Senator
I'm sorry, Senator Kim.
I've joined her on that bill. It's very important, and but I'm bringing it up. Yes.
I agree completely with Commissioner Christie.
I just delivered a homily on market signals, so of course I think markets should be free of manipulation. And yes, we should return ill-gotten gains if they're found to be to the ratepayers.
Thank you.
You're seeing yet again another unanimous decision right here in front of you.
Okay.
I agree.
Well, I think this is as we face tight markets and chances. Look, it's always surprising. These aren't the traders who manipulate these schemes, as we have seen actually at the over at CFTC too, but. FERC, again, when you play this role of just and reasonable rates, having an anti-manipulation authority that the Commission aggressively enforces, I think is very critical. And so I'm glad to hear you endorse the Cortez Masto Cantwell bill on this as well. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator.